Kuna watu wengine walikuwa wanajaribu kubagua wa Kenya, nyinyi hamuna shares, nyinyi hamuna shares, nyinyi hamuna hii. Nikamwambia hapana. This government belongs to all Kenyans and we are going to treat all Kenyans equally. Mnanielewa? That is my mission, to unite this nation and to make sure that no part of Kenya is left behind.
Unajua baba yake anaenda mkutano anaongea Kisapere, alafu anauliza kwa nini mkutano ni Wasapere peke yake? Kwa hivyo ni kumaanisha hapa Amerika ni Wasapere peke yake wako. Yani ujinga ule jamaa inanga boundary. Angalia sahi what are the leading sectors ambazo hata based on GDP performance yetu ya last year. Number 1, foreign remittances by watu wako diaspora. It's Kenyans from all walks of life that are outside. Unajua in the time Rigiji alianza hii mambo ya shares, the first time he ever mentioned shares was in a function actually in Kericho. Tulikuwa tumeenda Thanksgiving ya jamaa ameappointiwa as a PS in charge of, that time he was in water. So akiongea pale akasema hizi story. Mimi nikaona hapa he is not intelligent. Never mention any tribe by name. At best mention a region. But yani hata baka wa leo nastukanga kwa speech yangu. Wezi nipata kwa speech ati naongea niseme nyinyi Wajaluo. In fact, for us to slide to this level where today people are preaching hate against certain communities is because of the inactivity in CIC.
Ethnicity is provided for in our constitution, that is one. Negative ethnicity is what is bad. There is nothing wrong with me being a Luya. There's nothing wrong with Eddie being a Luo. And therefore, Rigathi Gachagua has, first of all, started by saying that, when you profile a certain community, that is...
Pause for a moment. What is negative and positive ethnicity in this country? If a tribe like Luo say, we're the best community, and of course we're the ones who have been providing good leadership in this nation, because every collapsing government, it is the Luos who provide a support. Mwai Kibaki was supported by Raila Amolo Odinga to make sure that his legacy stands. It is Raila Amolo Odinga who supported Muigai Kenyatta. It is Raila Amolo Odinga who was reinstated Ruto. So if Luos brag and say we are the ones who supply fresh fish in the whole world, and no compromise about that, and we deserve extra services apart from what you normally provide in each and every county or region, also we deserve extra services. So how do you call that one? Positive or negative ethnicity? So when Ruto say we need equality in this nation, that chokes the Malalas and the Wamunyoros. Listen, Kenyans, this is the moment we need to be watchful to what people like Malala say. This is the time you need to carry those kind of leaders and put them in a trash. Let them back from there. I want you to take a moment and watch this video to the end and leave a comment in the section below. Let me know what you're thinking. And of course, if you're the first time watching this video, make sure you do subscribe, like, and share. And
wrong. And what is going on in the country right now is profiling of the Mount Kenya community. Truth be told, you saw during the demonstration, government organized goons to go and burn down property and businesses owned by the Mount Kenya community.
How do we know that's...
But they have been proclaiming in public that they will not allow, and you see this is in public domain, so that they isolate the Mount Kenya community away from other communities. What is going on at the moment, Sam, is a government which is paranoid. They know that with the numbers Mount Kenya community holds in the coming election, if Mount Kenya community mobilizes the rest of the country to be with them, this government, it is inevitable that this government is going out of power. And therefore, Senator, it is in their interest.
Whatever you're describing, isn't that at the core of the problems that the country faces today?
What I said, there is nothing
organizing wrong. Politics on ethnic lines.
No, nobody has organized ethnic politics on ethnic lines. What we are saying is Kenya is a country comprising of different ethnic groups, and there is nothing wrong with ethnic groups. And we've seen coalitions even in the past. You remember in 2007, we had what we call the ODM, what was it? The five, Ngilu, Musalia, Raila, the Pentagon, the ODM Pentagon. You know, this is a political strategy, mobilizing numbers together. And therefore, there is nothing wrong with the Mount Kenya community stretching the association with their cousins. For example, as Luyas, we will be proud to associate with Taita Tavetas, people emanating from Taita Taveta, people emanating from Luoland.
What does cousins mean?
Cousins means, you know, it's a political, in this context, it's a political word extending to people with like-minded ideologies for now. So us, anybody...
So the like-minded, you said you're from the Luya community.
Yes.
So the like-minded of Luya community is in Taita Taveta.
And even in Luoland, anybody who has a mind that does not agree with the current establishment, to us, in the political context. But of course, in the family setup, a cousin is a brother or sister to your aunt.
Madness, bro. Madness. Madness. Malala, madness. If this is the person Gachagua anategemea kuja ku-explain the Wamunyoro agendas to the Kenyans, he has already failed. Already. At the beginning, you have already failed. Because Gen Z, actually, this message goes to Gen Z. Gen Z, listen to Malala. Do you understand what Malala says? This is a political statement. Pentagon was to numbers. They're exercising politics on people. So, they're just mobilizing you. You are being mobilized. For what? For political gain. For their political gain. Oh my God. Madness. If you cannot wake up when you watch this video from the slumber that you have been in the context of politics, you are a paranoid as well.
Do not put a lot of negative energy when it comes to ethnic organization. There is nothing wrong, Sam, being identified as a lawyer.
Okay.
Rigathi Gachagua has done no mistake identifying himself as a Mlima.
Do not know, but I'm very much amused by the definition of a cousin with respect to Honorable Malala.
The political setup.
I don't think there is any political definition of a cousin. We are talking to also students in school. People are learning English maybe for the first time. I think a cousin is a relative. And a relative, that cousin is used here to try and bring people who are related in one way or another. When we spoke as UDA and said that we have a problem with the impeached former deputy president because of his ethnic inclination, just thinking about the Mount Kenya, the mountain Kikuyu, many people thought we were not serious, that we were blaming him for nothing. But unfortunately, he has come out very clearly that he's actually an ethnically inclined person. So if he doesn't look at Kenya as the country as Kenya, he looks at the country as Kikuyu or Mount Kenya and others. So when he went out to Kambani and then he met cousins, he was even trying to go and to Western. And let's look at this tour. This tour, he has basically gone to look for Mondo Anyomba, person from the house, the Mount Kenya person, not necessarily the Meru, the Embu and the others, a Kikuyu. Now, when somebody stands and says the Kikuyus are dissatisfied, the Kikuyus have withdrawn investment, even you are not sending money now, and therefore the country is at a standstill. First of all, I would like to know what is a standstill. What's not moving? Secondly, I would like to remind all of us that when ODM as a party protested and said that we need to negate, to basically negate some of the institutions that seem to be serving the government because they were protesting in 2007 against the government, the economy suffered. But then this was ODM, not necessarily Kikuyu. ODM is not made of Kikuyus. So honestly, when you say Kikuyus, when Kikuyus are touched, the country is collapsed. I think that's an imagination which is too trivial and too minor. And that shows the mind of this person, the person of the former impeached deputy president. At this point in time, the reason why we were trying to, because when he came to Meru, he addressed to Meru as the son of Meru. And then we wondered, where is this family?
Rigathi Gachagua is only verbalizing what Ruto and Raila are practicing. Look at the appointments of all the CEOs in Kenya. A good percentage emanates from the president's community.
How many?
A good percentage. You saw when I put the question in the Senate for NCIC to bring the report, almost 92 CEOs, almost 92 CEOs.
Out of what?
160 something, emanate from his community. Look at the appointments.
You are the Senate in the previous term. He wasn't the president.
No, but look at the level of skewedness of appointment since independence. Now, look at Raila Odinga. When he was given chance to get into the broad-based government, tell me one Kikuyu that Raila Odinga appointed. Why?
But I know several Kikuyus who are appointed during this broad-based
but from Raila's portion. And therefore, he appointed people from his community.
Senator Malala,
Opio and I.
Because the desire is to be as inclusive as possible.
Yes.
Was the Kikuyu community disadvantaged in the appointments already made?
No, it was not disadvantaged. Huh? What I'm saying is, from Raila's point of view, he has no Kikuyu friend.
I empathize sincerely as a young person with Senator Malala. And the reason why I empathize with Senator Malala is because Senator Malala, right now, and you know, when I was talking about the issue of Gen Z and the people who want to take over the Gen Z movement, you see Malala is almost presenting himself as this messianic leader who has just arrived, and therefore everything that is happening is wrong with this government, when Malala voted for Ruto. That's the first thing. Malala was Ruto's friend. He has benefited from Ruto's politics more than... Can I just... When he was speaking, I was very quiet.
When he changes, we change.
Please, allow me
I'll be very quiet.
When he changes, we change.
You know, if you want to heckle, I can heckle better, but I will be very quiet when you're speaking.
Of course, you are a better
Senator, allow him to make it.
So that when you're talking, I'll be very quiet. Senator Malala has benefited so much from Ruto's politics than what is cascading on Raila Amolo Odinga right now and other people that he's talking about. Senator Malala voted for Ruto. Senator Malala is on record. He started his politics as ANC member and actually SG of ANC. After Ruto built him a house, the first benefit that he had, and it is in public domain that Ruto built him a house, he voted for Ruto. He convinced his party leader at that time, Mudavadi, to go and join Ruto in politics. After they got into power, Senator Malala was also SG of UDA. Is the big problem is the one who gave us this big problem that we're solving right now. You remember, I came on this TV with you, Sam, 2022, 2023, when Senator Malala was sitting here when I was arguing the case of these PSS that were from dominant tribes, and I was talking about them about PSS and CSS to be a neutral ground for everybody in the country, even make 222 per as many tribes as can get. Senator Malala was opposed to it. Senator Malala supported 52 CAS, remember, we were with you in this show, Sam, CAS that were unconstitutional and they were burdensome to the government that we were having at that time. So everything that is wrong that has come to this country, it is Senator Malala was brought to us well.
But I've changed.
And that is why you cannot change like that.
Away from the
how you prayed for the negative.
In fact, I wish that when you're in church last Sunday, you could have asked to be prayed for, because you have not changed your bad manners of making sure that this...
Calm down.
No, I'm very serious, because we are talking serious business here.
Calm down.
We cannot come into government as ODM to correct the messes that you created in this country, and then you come here to come and lecture us about how tribal Raila Odinga is, so by having one of his people or relatives being appointed in government. That's negative profiling. In any case, the party that is now in...
Is it true?
Sorry?
Is it true that his nephew was appointed as a presidential advisor?
But you can't apportion that to him. How many of Senator Malala's relatives are in government?
But if the nephew is
can we profile him? I don't want to profile them because they are Kenyans. I know Senator Malala's relatives. They are not. It's not one. I know several of them, but I will not mention them. I will not mention them because I'm more dignified not to mention them because they are Kenyans. Okay? Number two, the issue of Rigiji. Rigiji is a tribalist. Senator Malala here is sitting here as a deputy party leader of Gachagua. Just wait. He's the deputy party leader of the Gachagua. When Gachagua left, go to the clips that happened in the China that we just talked about where they were in Nakuru. Yeah. Who was declared as a party leader?
No, he never did.
Senator Methu. Senator Jane Kiara was there, meaning that even Rigathi Gachagua does not trust his own deputy party leader to lead this party when he's away, when he's abroad.
When Raila went to
wait.
He left the party.
Can I just finish my thought?
No, but he's guiding
can I have my time? Please, Sam. This is what I said because I knew if I told him the truth, he would interfere, and I didn't interfere with the time.
But he's lying.
Because she also needs her time.
You're lying.
I'll give you right of reply.
I'm not lying. The truth is, why didn't he respond? Because he spoke after Jane Kiara, Honorable Jane Kiara spoke, and Jane Kiara declared what Rigiji had declared, that in his absence, it is Methu to lead the party, not his deputy, who is Malala. In the U.S., I studied in the U.S., I spent 7 years in the U.S. I have friends calling me from Boston. I have friends calling me from everywhere. They go into meetings where Rigiji is, then they find themselves, Kisii, or Luo finding themselves strangers. Why? Because Rigiji is meeting Kikuyus in the U.S. How do you extend the issue of tribalism out from this country, go to the U.S. and ethnically mobilize? He said it in the U.S., Sam, that let Malala go and collect his tribal votes, let Kalonzo go and collect his tribal votes, let Rigiji collect his tribal votes from the mountain, then they come and then discuss who will be the next. I mean, we cannot afford having this country continuously going into this tribal path.
The problem emanates from the top. Ruto, as the father of the nation, has failed. He has cultivated the culture of lies. Him, together with his co-parent, Raila Odinga. Remember,